very clear, and the law is very clear about that.
We are sports.
Where Ghana and Nigeria renew rivalries at the WAFB Under-20 Championships, with the two West African countries going head-to-head in the final later tonight.
And later. It is the grand finale of the 2024 National Science and Maths Quiz. It's all charged up at the NEC Auditorium in Cape Coast, where rivals in Fantipim School and St. Augustine's College are squaring off with Keta Senior High School in the finals.
I expect you to bring a trophy to Keta because we've done a lot of work. It's Keta School. We are going to bring a trophy.
This is Boku for you. Augustines and Keta, I don't care whatever they want to do that. They should go and sleep.
Well, we'll be live on all campuses for updates ahead of the competition. Stay with me for details. I am Maame Esi Nyamekye Thompson. Let's start from the courts. Lawyers for Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin are objecting to the inclusion of Justice Ernest Gaiwu in the panel of judges hearing the seats vacancy case. It will be recalled that following the declaration of the 4 seats vacant in Parliament, Majority Leader Alexander Fenyomarkin applied to the Supreme Court to stay the ruling of the Speaker. The Supreme Court granted this and stayed the Speaker's ruling. Lawyers for the Speaker have since filed an application seeking to vacate the ruling of the Speaker. But even before the application is heard, there were feisty exchanges of words and objections. Listen to the Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu and the lawyer for the Speaker of Parliament, Thaddeus Sori.
We note from SBB the official report on the parliamentary debates on Thursday, 17th October 2024, pages 15, 16, and 17, that the Speaker of Parliament was aware that bailiffs of the Supreme Court had served the current action on him through the legal office of Parliament. His objection to this proper service of a process from the Supreme Court was that it had not been done on a Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what the ruling says. So the ruling was quite clear. The source of the notification.
Yes, ma'am. But that's even the source.
If I could
sorry, I thought my data finished. I'm very sorry. I thought my data finished. I'm honestly sorry. Should I?
So the ruling was quite clear about the source of the observation that the Speaker of Parliament had been properly served. And the ruling appreciated the administrative circular from the Chief Justice. The first Chief Justice was Chief Justice Edini Eboa in 2021, and myself issued another circular which clarified how all of Parliament was to be served. That is what you are referring to. Is that not so?
Yes, madam.
And how does that veer into a partisan political agenda, including constitutional breaches?
The two are independent. Let me deal with the first one. My lady says the finding even by the court that it was proper service is the point we are making. That by reference even to the parliamentary proceedings that took place that day, it was clear. It is not, first of all, it's not the official report because it was just a draft one. Parliament had not yet gone through it and adopted it as an official one. But the second thing is that the court could not have found without referring to the judicial circular in which the proceedings have indicated clearly that the first defendant was objecting that it was not in accordance with that. And the plaintiff appreciated it. So that is it. And this, with regard to the partisan aspect of it, that one is a distinct point. And that one is based on the submissions made to the court, that based on the assumption that if one party is the majority, it is deemed that government business will be thwarted. That's based on that assumption.
Well, let's go to the courts now, where a member of the Legal Affairs Desk, Kweku Santi, joins me. Kweku, what is the composition of the court?
The court is presided over by the Chief Justice, Gertrude Tokonu, Mariam Owusu, Kwame Asiedu Atibu, Yao Dakun Asare, and Justice Ernest Gaiwu.
Well, on what grounds is Thaddeus Sori objecting to Justice Ernest Gaiwu, Kweku?
Well, according to the lawyers of the Speaker of Parliament, specifically Thaddeus Sori on the seat, Justice Ernest Yaugaiwu was a member of the New Patriotic Party prior to his elevation onto the Supreme Court bench, and then also the fact that he was an MPP parliamentary candidate prior to his elevation, and for which reason they believe that given that this case has huge ramifications for the MPP, a party which he belongs to, it is incongruous that he will be part of this panel to hear this case. Listen to him.
It arises from some of
my lord, what the Supreme Court?
Right to my lady Chief Justice, to him being empaneled in this matter arises from the fact that at a point in time he was known to be associated with the New Patriotic Party. And in fact, he was a parliamentary candidate in one of their constituencies in the Volta region.
I think you said enough.
Very well. And
yes.
I just want to demonstrate from, especially again.
No, I think you said enough.
From the
I think you said no.
Well, Kweku, you're still with me. There's also the matter of the objections raised by the Attorney General regards to the affidavit filed by lawyers for the Speaker.
Yes, Godfrey Dame is opposed and has raised objections to two specific affidavits that have been made in the affidavits that were sworn by lawyers for the Speaker of Parliament, specifically paragraphs 21 and paragraph 49. He says that those are scandalous of the court.
The opponent's affidavit alleges that the Chief Justice who presided over the court always knew that the supposed service of the Federal Financial Processes was made in breach of the provisions of the Constitution. If a deponent of affidavit in his affidavit says that the process was in violation or the service was in violation of the Constitution, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But for you to suggest that the Chief Justice always knew, even before the application was heard, that was in violation of the Constitution, that with all respect imputes scandal to the court. I do not think it's proper.
Well, so Kweku, has the Supreme Court ruled on the objections filed by the parties in the case?
Well, the court did to take a little recess to actually consider those two objections. On the matter of the Attorney General's objection that you just said, the court says it will rule when it is ruling on the substantive application that has been filed by the Speaker. So Godfrey Dame will know whether or not those objections have been upheld when it is time to rule on the bigger matter. As regards to the Speaker's lawyers objecting to Justice Ernest Yaugaiwu and asking him to recuse himself from this panel, the court says it is unable to grant that, and in fact, the Chief Justice reading the ruling of the court did indicate that there's a former PNC General Secretary who is currently on the Supreme Court in the person of Justice Poorman. It also says there's a former NDC MP who is a High Court judge, and he says because of this, and when judges sit on matters like this, they speak specifically to the issues that are before them and not because of the partisan affiliation of the parties that have come before it. But quite importantly, the Chief Justice says this is a constitutional matter that has no bearing on one political party or the other, for which reason Justice Ernest Yaugaiwu will continue to remain a member of the panel to hear this case.
It should be well understood that when Parliament approves a qualified citizen to be a justice of the Superior Courts, pursuant to Article 1284, the representatives of this country have appreciated the ability of that qualified person to contribute to justice delivery in the country. Second, the subject matter of this suit before this court is a constitutional dispute and not a matter involving political parties. The objection is therefore misconceived. Move your application and dismissed.
All right, so Kweku, currently what's happening in court?
Well, the judges have asked the lawyers for the Speaker of Parliament to actually move the application. Thaddeus Sorry has moved his application. He has spoken at length as to why the court was wrong in saying the ruling of the Speaker. For instance, he has talked about the fact that the writ is incurably flawed in the opinion. He says the court lacked jurisdiction. The court could not have stayed the ruling of the Speaker because it is not an order of the court. We have also been hearing from Pakwesi Abedu, who is lawyer for Alexander Afenyo-Markin in this matter. He says they properly invoke the jurisdiction of the court and that this is a matter of interpretation. Early on, we had heard Thaddeus Sorry argue that this matter, the jurisdiction lies in the High Court by virtue of Article 99 of the Constitution. But it says, because of the interpretation of the clauses involved, they have properly invoked the jurisdiction of the court. And then there is the Attorney General himself, Godfrey Dame, who is on his feet now, who is also opposed to the application of the Speaker and arguing that the specific application that has been filed is offensive to the rules of court, unknown to the rules of court, and insists that the applicant should have come by way of a review because the court had actually made a decision. And if they wanted it to be reviewed, they should have done so. He's making his point, and then ultimately we'll know whether or not the court will rule on this application today or will take a day.
Thank you so much. Kwekwa Santi is with our legal affairs desk, giving us updates from the court on the Speaker's application on the 4 vacancies. Now to our election headquarters. Questions or debate? That's the raging political play between the NPP and the NDC with just 38 days to the presidential and parliamentary elections. Former President John Mahama at a rally in the northern region demanded the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia respond to 5 key questions that bother on his management of the economy. Listen.
He should answer only 3 questions. 3. Why is the exchange rate 17 cedis to the dollar? Question 1. Exam, he should come and write. Why has Ghana's debt risen from 120 billion to 767 billion in 8 years? Question 2, he should come and answer. Question 3, why is inflation where it is? Why did it rise to 54% under your administration for 8 years? And then let me add 2 more. Question 4. Why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? He should come and answer those questions.
Well, the NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, also has asked the former president. The NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has also asked the former president to respond to some 50 questions. My colleague Elton John Brobe joins me with more on this. Elton, what are the key questions?
50 questions. Number 1 is, can you name any broad-based social intervention policy that you implemented in Ghana as president? Why did you run advertisement against the free senior high school? If you think your economic management was so good, how come we experienced more than 4 years of doomsday under your government? So 50 in all, but basically these are some of the key questions that are in Dr. Bawumia's answer to the former president.
Thank you, Elton. Meanwhile, the Bawumia campaign communications director, Dennis Miracles Abwaje, says only a debate between the 2 leading contenders will settle the issue of competence.
I don't know why and how the former president ever came to the conclusion that he is the one among the 13 candidates to be setting the questions and determining what happens. This is a man who has clearly indicated that he is above everybody else and that he's not going to stoop low to debate any candidate running for these elections, let alone Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has been demanding and requesting and saying that as part of advanced democracies in 2024, presidential debate is critical in ensuring that the people get to know what each of you represents.
Well, still on the election headquarters and following the demise of the presidential candidate for the Ghana Freedom Party, Ekriadonko, the Electoral Commission has suspended the ongoing printing of the ballot papers for the 2024 elections, which is just 38 days away. The Commission, in a statement, says certain actions have been taken in accordance with Article 50, Clause 4 of the 1992 Constitution. And Elton is still here with me with details of that statement. Elton.
Yeah, so the EC says that they've given the party 10 days to rectify this anomaly, and then they'll be informed on the way forward.
Well, what's the latest from the GFP party?
The party is meeting as we speak. It is unclear whether the running mate will be given the nod to replace Madam Ekriadonko on the ballot paper. That decision, I'm told, will be communicated to the public at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Elton. Away from the election headquarters, some Boku residents call for an end to the curfew imposed on their town, demanding instead for a fast-track mediation process between opposing factions to restore peace. The curfew intended to curb violence has drawn frustration from locals who feel it's disrupted their daily lives without addressing the underlying conflict. Today, they're asking for the accelerated peace talks. Albert Sori is regional correspondent and joins us live. Albert, how is the curfew affecting their lives, especially their businesses? Albert, if you can hear me, I'm asking, how is the curfew affecting the lives of the people of Boku, especially their businesses?
So the curfew mainly starts from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And so it is unlikely that it will affect businesses that much. The challenge that the people of Boku have is that this recent resurgence of the conflict has spilled over into the northeast region. And so they do not think that it is fair to impose the curfew only on Boku. And some of them think that Wali and some other parts of the northeast region where incidents were recorded should also have some curfew.
It's severe. Killing Boku is very bad. And the killing in Bindu Wali is very bad. As far as they are imposing curfew in Boku, there should be curfew in what? In Wali. And his government, give us a break. Give us a break. No peace in Boku. Abagre, no peace.
Well, we also understand that the courts across Boku and nearby communities have complied with the Chief Justice directive to shut its doors after judges and judicial staff raised concerns. Do you know how the cases there will be dealt with?
At the moment, it only means that cases that were pending will have to be suspended. For the courts in Bolga, people feel that Bolgatanga, which is the regional capital, is far from Boku. So for many people, they do not see the need to close down the courts in Bolga in particular, because the distance is so great that the conflict in Boku is not likely to affect Bolga so much.
Thank you so much, Albert Story, our Upper East Regional Correspondent. Now it's time for fact checking, and today we are focusing on some recent claims by the National Women's Organizer of the governing New Patriotic Party, Kate Jemfua, in the voting trends in illegal mining areas. Head of Joy News' research desk, Raymond Akwa, joins me with more on the claims and verdict. Raymond, what exactly did Kate Jemfua say, and what is the verdict?
The National Women's Organizer for the incumbent NPP claimed that in 2020, the NPP lost in all Galamsey areas except for Takwa.
Abagre is here with the help of the government. But they are saying
aka bosumi mienu ni eto aba no na obi a wo Ghana ha no hu 2020 ni eto MPP say Galamsey site nyina ye lusu ni nyina America atakwape no.
Now, it is true that the governing party lost votes in some areas where illegal mining takes place. It's, however, false to say that the NPP lost in all but the Takwa area. For example, it will be complete falsehood for anyone to claim that the NPP lost the elections in the main illegal mining electoral areas of Odumase and Konongo in the Ashanti regions, Asante Achim Central constituency. MP for the area, Kwame Enyimadu Entry, won in both Galamsey endemic electoral areas within his constituency. Okay. Interestingly, in the electoral areas of Duase and Praso, where the people predominantly voted against the MP, these are also not known illegal mining areas. Indeed, the votes in these areas rather went to an independent candidate in that election. So in a sum, the claim that the NPP lost in all Galamsey areas is completely false.
All right. Thank you, Raymond Ankwa, and he's with our research desk. And this is where we take a break. We'll return with sports. And also coming up, it is the grand finale of the 2024 National Science and Maths Quiz. And it's all charged up at the NEC Auditorium in Cape Coast, where rivals Infantipim School and St. Augustine's College are squaring off with Keta Senior High School.
I expect you to bring a trophy to Keta because we've done a lot of work. It's Keta school. We are going to bring a trophy.
This is Boku for you. Augustines and Keta, I don't care whatever they want to do that. They should get see.
When budgets are tight and money difficult to come by, you want to be sure you get the best value for your money. These are not times to be spending money fixing expensive engine problems because of cheap fuel and lubricants. Drive to a petrol source station today and buy your quality fuel and lubricants, and rest assured of fuel that lasts long and lubricants that prevent expensive engine problems. Hear the sound. Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity.
Efia, I've been thinking. Have you noticed the changes in our community?
Kojo, things are really different now. The MPP has really made a difference.
Exactly. Free SHS, healthcare, new factories. It's like a whole new Ghana.
And don't forget, electricity is so much reliable now. I remember when we used to go days without light.
True. The NPP has done a lot to improve the basics.
Ajua is a beneficiary of free SHS, and now she is in university.
And that's the kind of leadership we need. Someone who is focused on making things better for everyone. But Efia, still there are a lot more to be done for the development of Ghana.
Absolutely, Kojo. The NPP has shown that real progress is possible.
On December 7th, let's vote to keep this positive impact going. Vote number 1 on the ballot. Vote NPP for a better and prosperous Ghana.
The luckiest
star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Here's to the friends who dialed star 712 hash and found no regrets. To the investors who struck gold. To the health workers who diagnosed luck with precision. To the tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, here's to you. Your next big win is right here.
Luck is everywhere for everyone.
Dial star 712 hash. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration. Every 1st July 2024. Over dial star 712 hash. Now I can to tickets as a group, individual, and now even as a community. Now win is the car prizes are in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Now join in the winning streak now.
The luckiest
star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Sigma, ooh, ooh. Make life easier with Sigma appliances. Yeah, your excellent go-to choice. 5 Sigma appliances. Ooh, ooh.
Quality meets affordability at Sigma Appliances. From air conditioners, fridges, freezers, washing machines, small appliances, and more. Sigma Appliances has them all. Visit Platinum Impex on the Sprinters Road behind Okadeco for wholesale, or find Sigma products at your nearest home appliance store. Call 030-280-1555 or WhatsApp +233 55466 6444. Visit PlatinumImpex.net. Sigma Appliances is the perfect choice for your home.
Welcome back to the Midday News. We have time now for sports. Thank you.
Yes, and at 7 p.m. tonight in Togo, Ghana's under-20 male national football team, the Black Satellites, will be battling for silverware. They take on rivals Nigeria in the final of the 2024 WAFU B under-20 championships at the KK Stadium in Lome. The Black Satellites coach Desmond Ofe has vowed to bring the trophy home.
I think it's not only us, the nation needs this victory, to be honest, and we are very happy because this will just elevate what we are doing, the work that we are doing behind the scenes, and it will take it to the next level for sure. So we are very happy. We are bringing the cup home 100%.
That's all fair there, and the Black Satellites have already qualified for the 2025 Under-20 AFCON by reaching the final of the WAFU B Championships, and that's the sport.
Thank you, Fentio. Now let's gauge the mood in the National Science and Maths Quiz is the grand finale. Who will be the champions? Let's go to Ketasco, where our correspondent James Aveji is. James, tell us the mood there.
So, Maame Esi, I'm sure if you can hear from the background, morale is still high on the campus of Keta Senior High Technical School, Ketasco, and they are saying one thing, that they have sent their ego to the Cape Coast to go and bring back the trophy to Keta at the end of the grand finale today in Cape Coast. We can listen to some of them.
I expect you to bring a trophy to Keta because we've done a lot of work, sleepless nights, and we are going to bring the trophy. It's Ketasco. We are going to bring the trophy.
You are hopeful that your representatives there in the Cape Coast will bring the trophy back home today?
Yeah. They say see is believing. Action speaks louder than words. We will not talk plenty.
What have you seen to make you believe that the trophy will come home?
Oh, their performances are very great. The radio, the true of us, the speedways. You wait, just watch.
Now from the Volta region, let's head to the central region, right to St. Augustine's College, where Adobia Sari is standing by. Adobia, tell us more about how the students are gearing up for the battle ahead.
Right, Maame Esi, I'm currently at the infancy school. Rather, the environment here is quite calm because most of the third-year students have gone to UCC to support their school and their contestants. Right now, on campus, it's just the second-year students in class studying because their assembly hall is now being prepared to cover the contest for them to watch. And then the first year students are now reporting to school. So registration was going on in the assembly hall, but they are being moved to another hall so that they'll set up their equipment to watch their contest. Maame Esi.
Thank you, Adobia. Let's head now to the Infantipim School where Erica Santi is. Unfortunately, we do not have Erica Santi, but we'll definitely join them live when we have Jackie on the line with us. Jackie, are you at Infantipim? Tell us what's happening there.
So I'm currently inside the next auditorium where the finale is about to kickstart very soon. We have all the students for all the schools. We have Keta SA. We have Infantipim, of course, Augusto, and the St. Augustines College. They're all seated. But the atmosphere here is actually charged up. There's been some drama class here and there, and that's between Infantipim School and St. Augustines. Just as you know, if the city rivals and signing memorial, we are expecting to have a heated contest and a heated atmosphere right inside the next auditorium of UCC campus.
And you heard there Jackie giving us updates from the Central Region. We'll definitely be showing this on TV live and also here on Joy 99.7. But right about now, let's head to the Accra International Conference Center where the Habitat Fair will be taking place. And I tell you, this is the right time to own a home. And at the Accra International Conference Center this afternoon, every stakeholder in the housing industry in Ghana and beyond will gather for the next 4 days to make it easy for you to own a home. General Manager for Sales and Customer Service here at Multimedia Group, Max Fugger, says lots of surprises awaits patrons.
Everything housing, and so you walk in there, you can get your roofing sheets, you can get your cement blocks, you can cement, you can get your furniture, you can get your doors, you can get your security lights, you can get everything that you need to turn your house into a home. We also have financial companies. EcoBank is there to provide financial support to those who want to take mortgage or take loans to finance their building projects. So everything housing under one shop is what we seek to provide. And so we're going to have a team of lawyers who are going to be giving a stand. And so if you have any issue about litigation concerning land, we have a team of lawyers on standby.
And so do make your way to the Accra International Conference Center this afternoon. Get a house, make it a home. It starts from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the next 4 days. Avoid the rush hour and be part of the happy hour every evening. That's how we end the midday bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Maame Esi Nyamekye Thompson. Pastor Mensa Audible with Living Word is up next.